You ready for your science?
Science?
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, today we're learning about how to understand the history of the Earth by digging. Remember we talked about fossils before? Like dinosaur bones? We can learn a lot of history about that. So we're going to talk about layers of the Earth and how the layers of the Earth can tell us the history of the Earth. Okay? So we're going to say each of these cups is sand and dirt. And all these little sprinkles, each of these sprinkles, hey, pick your nose. Okay, so all these little sprinkles are little animals. Okay? So all these little animals are different. Let's say maybe these big ball sprinkles are like giant elephants, like mammoths, like we read about, right? Maybe the little sprinkles are like beavers, right? And maybe you got some llamas in here, or some lizards. So each of them is a different animal, okay? Does that make sense? So different sprinkles are different animals. So, and as these animals walked around, each of these cups is going to represent a different time, okay? So we're going to say 10,000 years ago. And then say 8,000 years ago, and then 6,000 years ago, and then 4,000 years ago, and then 2,000 years ago. Okay? So that's how we're going to do it. Okay? And we're going to show how the dirt builds up over time. Okay? So we're going to do the yellow first. Okay? Does that work? Yellow? What are these? It's like a little heart sprinkle. Okay. What animal should this be? Maybe should we do fish? Yeah, like Kiko?
Bez.
Pez. Yeah, good job, Pez. Fish. Okay. So they're swimming, 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 swimming. And then somehow as they're swimming, dirt gets plopped down and they get stuck inside. We're going to go like this. So we've got a layer of dirt here with all of our fish in it, right?
Yes.
So they got stuck. There's our fish. Okay? Is that good? Okay. So that was 10,000 years ago. Okay? So this is the first one. This is with our hearts, our fish. Okay. And then time keeps going by. We're going to go like this. What's this? What color is it? Red. It's kind of a Valentine's color, huh? And we still got our little hearts, right? But is there more than the hearts in there? See? Hearts. But there's other little balls too. And there is one little tiny regular sprinkle, right? So it's got some fish. Maybe we've got some lizards and a few other things going on there, right? So, as we're going through time, they're moving around doing their thing, living where they live, in the dirt, and in the water, and the ocean, and everything, and then one day, they get washed up on the beach somewhere, right by where the other fish were. And they get another layer of sand dirt. Okay. So then they're in this one. Okay. So there's some different animals in here. They start. So there's some more new animals. Yeah. Okay. Does that make sense? They kind of make new animals. Okay. Mm-hmm. There are more new animals here. Mm-hmm. And the green one. Can you talk loud so people can hear too?
Green.
I can hear you. You're doing good. So you got the balls in here, big balls. Remember, they're like elephants.
Elefante.
Mm-hmm. We got some little beavers going on. But guess what? Are there hearts in here? Are there any hearts?
Hearts.
No hearts. There's no hearts.
Heart sprinkles.
Uh-huh. So this is another 10,000 years, or 20, or 2,000 years later. Blah. Right?
Elefante.
Mm-hmm. Elefante. Elephant. Okay. So the elephants are all doing their thing. And then maybe they're mammoths. We're going to say they're mammoths like our reading, right? And they get stuck in a trap. A little mud trap in a landslide or something. And they get buried. The sand and the dirt and everything, the wind and the erosion. Remember the erosion and deposition? They get deposited here in the dirt, right? So they're in the dirt. And that was at 6,000 years, right? So, first one, let's write the colors to yellow. And then we had red. We had hearts. And some sprinkles. We had some other things. And then we had the green. Sorry, I'll keep this kind of simple as possible. Okay. And the next one, we have, oh, where'd the elephants go?
Where's the elephantes go?
They're not there anymore. So they died off. Our mammoths died, so they're not in this layer of dirt. This is just our little sprinkles. So this is more of like the beginning of mammals and things like that, right? So we've got a little capture here. So this is another layer of dirt that gets swept over the top of the other ones, and they keep smashing down on each other as they do this. They're smashing. Oh no! All these layers are getting smashed together. They're usually not separated by paper either. Usually they're just piled on top of each other. We're just doing this for the look. It's going to look cool when we cut it. We're going to cut it out. Okay?
Recortar.
Recortar. Cut. Good job. Okay, and then the last one. So we have white. And then the last one is blue.
Azul.
Azul.
Amarillas.
Look, our sprinkles are different too.
Sprinkles are different too.
These are totally different sprinkles. These are all around and different colors.
Amarillas.
So these are totally different animals. That's usually called, well, this area in between here is usually called an extinction event, which means that a lot of the animals got wiped out. They all died. So, the fish, and then we had some elephants, and then the elephants died, and then all of a sudden,
Elefantes died.
the elefantes died, yeah. And then we all of a sudden have different animals that are a little bit different. Some survive and other ones don't. And they keep on growing, and you can tell over time how how old these animals are because you can see how many layers are on top of them and about what time they lived. So there's these ones on the top now, okay? So as we're digging around one day, we can see all these little animals here on top. We start digging, okay? So I'm going to use this knife here. Be careful. I'm going to go like this, okay? See if I can even get through this paper.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. There we go. You ready? Let's see what this looks like. Let's see if it looks like I'm hoping. See? You can kind of see all these little layers in here.
Amarillas.
Mm-hmm. So as we're digging around, or if there's an earthquake, sometimes things will shift. So let's say earthquake comes, it goes. So this one's up higher now, that one's down lower. But we can tell which ones go where because of connections some places, and in other places we can see what kind of sand and dirt there is, and we can see what kind of animals were in them. Does that make sense? Okay. So which one is the oldest? Yellow or blue? Which one's oldest?
Vieja.
Mm-hmm. Is it the yellow or the blue? Which one did we do first?
Yellow.
Yellow, yeah. So that's the oldest. The oldest is always at the bottom. And it starts going this way, right? So that's how we can tell how old certain animals are. That's how we can tell how old dinosaurs are.
Vieja.
Vieja, how old they are. Is that kind of cool? So, when we're studying dinosaur bones, it's called paleontology. That's the paleontologists are the people that dig up dinosaur bones. Is that cool?
Is that cool?
So they dig it up, and then you've got geologists and all kinds of specialists that also study the Earth itself. Right? You've got geologists that'll study the layers of rocks and be able to tell you in a rock how old it is because of the layers and what's inside of the dirt in that layer, because they're all different. So it's pretty cool to kind of start seeing all these little layers. I remember I grew up, there was a spot where I grew up that had a lot of layers, and you could see exactly where everything split. It's really pretty. You can see all kinds of cool layers. But okay, do you understand how everything works with the time of the Earth and how they can tell how old it is? You getting it? All right. Are the fish older than the mammoths? Yes or no? Yes? Good. Okay. Making sure you understand it, okay? Yep. Everything just kind of goes in order. It was a quick lesson. Does it make sense?
Does that make sense?
You good? Yeah? Oh, thank you. You like science? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you love it that much? Oh, thank you. Okay, good job. I think we can finish now, okay? Oh, my thumb is blue. Azul.
Azul.
Yes.